Morning everyone, welcome to Disaster Readiness and Risk Reduction subject. I am Kamylle and today we are going to discuss about hazards. I hope you'll find this discussion informative and interesting.
Hindi na bago ang banta ng landslide sa Pilipinas. December 2017 nang gumuho ang lupa sa Biliran matapos ang bagyong Urduha. Makalipas ang isang linggo, nagka-flash floods at landslide sa Lanao del Norte dulot ng bagyong Binta. Higit 100 residente naman ang namatay dahil sa landslide dala ng bagyong Ompong nitong Setyembre sa Itogon, Benguet.
So according to Earth science, the planet was formed from the various interactions of elements. On its surface, the mountains and volcanoes were formed by the movement of tectonic plates against one another. The Earth's surface was continuously shaped by storms, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and floods, all of which are considered today as hazards. They are, however, just natural events that are bound to happen. First off, let's look at the term hazard. What is a hazard? Well, a hazard is a source or an event with the potential for harm in terms of human injury, damage to property, and damage to the environment. Basically, these are extreme natural events in the crust of the earth that poses threat to life and property. Hazards could range from weak landslides to strong earthquakes that could devastate many parts of the country. Each hazard is characterized by its location, intensity, and probability of occurrence. Also, a hazard is what causes a disaster. For example, the hazard of an earthquake causes a disaster of lost lives and damaged property. Hazards are generally classified as natural or human-induced. Natural hazard is a naturally occurring physical phenomena caused either by rapid or slow onset events. Now, from the word itself, it is natural. And some examples we have are thunderstorms, forest fires, volcanic eruptions, and a lot more. While human-induced or man-made hazards are events that are caused by humans and occur in or close to human settlements. Now, as self-explanatory as it is man-made. Any danger that are caused by humans. And some examples are accidents, structural failures, dangerous procedures, or specific human activities. Now we have here the classification of hazard, and under natural, we have the geological and hydrometeorological hazards, and under human-induced, we have biological, technological, and socio-natural hazards. First, let's talk about geological hazards. When we say geological, we have the word geo, which pertains to earth or in the land. Geological hazard includes internal earth processes such as earthquakes, volcanic activity, and related geophysical processes such as mass movements, landslides, rock slides, surface collapses, and debris or mud flows. These hazards pose a threat to life and property. Now, the thing we have to remember is geological hazards are everything that happens in our land. Next, we have hydrometeorological hazard. Hydro, which means water, and meteoro from the sky. Hydrometeorological hazard could be atmospheric, hydrological, or oceanographic in nature. They could potentially cause loss of life, damage to property, and disrupt normal living conditions and provisions for services. For example, we have rain and it's made of water. Hydrometeorological hazard does not only deal with anything that goes with water, but as well as absence of water due to the extreme heat from the sky. And that as we have the drought. And other examples includes thunderstorms, hailstorms, and heavy snowfall. Let's now proceed to biological hazards. Biological hazards refers to threat from viruses or bacteria, medical wastes, microbiological samples, or toxic chemicals of biological origin that can cause harm to human life. Now you can see there we have the examples like Ebola, bird flu, and animal rabies. Sources of biological hazards may include bacteria, viruses, insects, plants, birds, animals, and humans. These organisms can affect human health, including infection, intoxication, and even death. Now to the technological hazards. These are hazards originating from technological or industrial accidents, dangerous procedures, infrastructural failures, or specific human activities that may cause the loss of life, property damage, and social and economic disruption. Examples of technological hazards include industrial pollution, nuclear radiation, toxic waste, dam failures, transport and industrial or technological accidents like explosions, fires, and chemical spills. Usually, little or no warning precedes incidents involving technological hazards. In many cases, victims may not know they have been affected until many years later. And one example for that is health problems caused by hidden toxic waste sites. Lastly, on to the socio-natural hazards. Several hazards are socio-natural in that they are associated with a combination of natural and anthropogenic factors, including environmental degradation and climate change. Landslides, floods, droughts, fires are socio-natural hazards since their causes are both natural and man-made. Indeed, hazards know no politics, race, or creed, and it could strike any time. With the changes brought about by the effects of climate change, hazards have become even greater and their occurrences more frequent. And that ends our discussion. I hope you learned a lot. Have a good day.